Hey, and just like that, we're back. It's the Monday morning money show. My guest, he's ready. I don't know what he's doing over there, rummaging through some stuff.
Good.
Every Monday morning, I bring you an expert, usually a sales expert, a money expert, an entrepreneur. We always talk about money and entrepreneurship and the power of your network and your net worth. And today I have Terry Gibson. Terry Gibson is a self-proclaimed serial entrepreneur. He's a friend of mine. I actually met Terry right here on Facebook, and we developed a very strong friendship. And I've seen Terry at several automotive expos throughout the country, demoing his product. So Terry, I've told them that you're an entrepreneur, that you are a serial entrepreneur. You have a couple businesses. You're in sales. Tell us your story, Terry. Where do you come from?
Well, ironically, I started in this industry from the motorcycle platform. So Rick Case was my first employer in that entity, and so we started in the motorcycle industry, selling all four Japanese brands: Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki. And then after that, he had several car stores, and so I went to work for the car dealership after we sold the motorcycle stores. And after that, he opened some stores in Fort Lauderdale and needed somebody to go down there and run that. So I opened the Acura store down in Fort Lauderdale and was in that industry for quite some time with Rick.
Cool. So I didn't know Rick had a motorcycle. How many dealerships are?
Well, at the time he had 4 motorcycle stores. Now he's only got the one, which is in Fort Lauderdale as well, called Powerhouse.
Now, speaking of Powerhouse, Rick Case is a powerhouse in the automotive industry. How many dealerships does he have now?
I think a little over 13.
Really?
Yeah.
All over Florida mainly, right?
Yeah, and Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, he sold the ones in Ohio recently. So, and obviously, and recently we lost him to cancer last month.
Really?
So, yeah. So Rita, his wife, is running the show from there.
Okay, I did not know that. I have researched Rick a lot. I shouldn't say research, but I knew who he was, and I dug in, and found out some of his dealerships and some of his employees. And he was real big on training.
Yeah.
He was all about putting training up front. So you're originally from Ohio, is that right?
Yes.
How did you get to Florida?
Well, again, Rick said, I'm looking for some volunteers to, open that store in Fort Lauderdale. And it took me about 6 seconds to make that decision. No more snow. Go to Florida.
I understand. So you're an entrepreneur. Engaged to Sell is listed on your Facebook profile. Tell us what Engaged to Sell is and what you do.
It's a proactive live chat company. So we engage customers on various websites and different verticals. We're in automotive, power sports, RV, marine. We've got a little over 1,000 agents in the U.S. and Canada. So we engage customers live on any of those sites 24/7.
So you are a chat company.
That particular entity is, yeah. And then SnapCell is a video process.
Is that owned by the same?
No,
people?
Separate. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I run everything under my umbrella, Hi-Techmarketing. So.
Hi-Techmarketing. Okay. So who do you serve? You mentioned power sports and some boats. Tell us exactly who the ideal customer for Terry Gibson is.
Well, anybody that's got a website. I mean, we can engage customers. We do complete marine down in Pompano. We engage them similar to what you do on Facebook, but our team basically is designed to interview the customer. And what I mean by that is much like your salesperson does when they come into the dealership. They interview the customer, find out what they're looking for, what they're trading, if they're hot points, and so on and so forth. And my team actually engages customers, finds that information out 24/7, then passes that on to the dealership level.
Gotcha. So you do work 24/7.
Yep.
Everyone work remotely, or do you have a
remotely?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We've done that for over 10 years. So this market didn't really skip a beat with us because we were already set up that way.
You're set up to work from home. That makes sense. So we like to have things, in a more controlled environment.
Sure.
We're a little more specialized in certain types of things. So it takes team leaders and things like that to do what we do.
Sure.
So I met you when you were representing SnapCell, and you still do. Tell me what SnapCell is.
So SnapCell is a platform or an app that you'd download on their salespeople would on their phone, and the mechanics would on their phone or a tablet of any kind. And it gives them the ability to take a video of a walk around. We've got some samples of that too. So it depends on what you want to do from that point. But it gives the salesperson the ability to do a walk around on that particular vehicle. So The open rate on those are much higher, as you know, as opposed to an email. It's around 70% is what we see on the videos. So the customer can actually, or the salesperson can do a walk around, send that to the customer via text or email or both at the same time, showing the customer exactly, what they're looking for, what the vehicle has. And then the salesperson can actually live stream from that app as well.
Okay. So there would be live streaming, on the app itself. Who would be viewing it? Like we're live streaming right now on Facebook and a couple of different websites.
Yeah. So if a customer went to our website and they clicked on live stream, they could live stream with that salesperson. It would alert them to that fact, and then they could live stream from there.
Gotcha.
Or I can send a link to a customer. So if we're talking on, via text and they say, hey, I'd really like to take a look at it, I can bring up, would you like to go through a live stream or send me a video? So if the customer says live stream, I just send the link to them. They don't have to download a thing.
Right.
They just click on the link and they're live.
Yeah, that's cool. So, I'm big on videos, sending videos. I think it's chapter 5 or 6. I'll have to look and see. Let me make sure.
I've got that printed out. I think it's number 13 or 11 somewhere in there.
It's so important.
Send video.
Send video. So it fits. SnapSell fits right in with the process that we use. The book, The Art of Text Message Selling, is what we use back here every single day. Actually, number 4 is send photos, video. Okay. So, you know what? And I think we go back and send go for the video close. Okay. Number 4 is send the video. Keep sending information that could not be video. There's a time in here where we send the introduction video, is what you're talking about. That's, where we actually do the walk around. So that would be ideal. If I was running a dealership, I would have to have something like SnapSell so that on the VDP, so let's say there's a 2016 F-150, customer clicks on it. Now at my dealership, we would have chat on every single VDP. And then I love the idea of the SnapSell. We could have a link there where you could click on it to get a live stream, or basically a live video call with the customer. Is that same thing?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, so that would be very useful. And in today's, since in 2020, that would be super helpful to have an engaged salesperson ready with the link. Customer clicks on it. Would it ring to my phone?
Yeah, or ring or text. So we just did one the other day, and it saves that, by the way, too. So the salesperson sent the customer the link. They did the walk around. They had some questions, and then he said, "Listen, I'd like to pay this or whatever." So the salesperson took the iPad up to the desk. So the desk is basically a TO. He's talking to the customer live. They worked out all the numbers. From there, they were interested in financing. He took the iPad back to the finance department. They sat there and worked through all the numbers from there, agreed on that, and then sent the paperwork over. So they did the whole deal via live stream in that manner.
So I really like that. And right there, number 16, go for the video close. This would would provide a whole new dimension for the video close, because I've closed a lot of car deals, a lot of big deals in general over video. And I would actually, I think the examples in the book, and I have a link to one of the videos that I actually used, and it's the real video that I sent to the customer and closed the car deal with. When we do the whole presentation, show it to the customer would reply back, yes.
Yeah.
So that would be I love the live interaction. So let's see. Do you have some dealers? I know you have some examples. You and Smith have some examples back there. Do you have a website where we could look at this link?
Yeah. You can go to Jacksonville Porsche.
Cool. I like Jacksonville and I like Porsche. By the way, you're in Jacksonville now, right?
Yeah.
So how'd you get from Fort Lauderdale up to Jacksonville?
Fort Lauderdale just is a crazy place. And
Yeah.
I needed a little more relaxed atmosphere. So it works out good.
Gotcha.
So you can go to new or used inventory, whatever you want to do. And just click on any car.
Go ahead and share the screen.
The Cayenne.
Hey.
Just click on any of them. So now as the customer is viewing the pictures or whatever, if he wants to live stream, he'd click that link.
Okay. It's live video chat now.
Yep.
Can we click it?
And then the customer just fills out their name.
Gotcha.
Is it via email or phone? And what their interest is, and start live video. So what happens at that point, it notifies the team at Porsche, whoever's on that round robin in that sense, they would answer that video call and you're live.
Yep.
What's good about this too is the customer doesn't have to download anything.
Yep, that is very cool. So I love the capability. I would definitely use it at if I was running a car dealership. So have you, I know you kind of, know what we do, but have you taken a look? Did you get to see kind of how our process works here?
Well, I just kind of walked around and saw, I kind of know in the BDC and how they engage and so on and so forth. You could engage this. So the videos that you have, which I sent, he's got one as well. They have the ability to simply just click that link and send it or text it to the customer from the platform, copy in it, cut and paste, however they want to do it. But then when the customer gets it, it's completely branded, as you see, with all of your information. And then those links are all live. They can click, they can call, they can text you, so on and so forth.
Rule number 4, send photos, videos.
Okay, cool. So can you make that bigger for me, Smith? Take a look at something. Or no, you're showing.
I can make the overall screen larger.
Yeah, I want to see that right there. Okay, so you got contact Terry over there. That's the video. Now that's if a video, wherever, if we've got it on YouTube, if we've got it stored to our desktop, we can grab that video, insert it.
Yes.
To Snapsale. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Just upload it to Snapsale, grab it, or grab the link.
Yep.
Okay. And then we can send that. So,
and then it's branded with your information and all the hot
Absolutely.
links. So if you send it, it would have Billy Merritt on it instead of my name and that, so on and so forth.
okay. So we could have is Brady here?
I don't believe he is, no.
Okay. So we could have the websites in the links there, contact whomever. If we wanted to create a pitch, send it to, I'm thinking dealer right now. Okay. So, you could put the links in there, put the website in there, and send that to, you have to have their email
Or phone or cell number.
So you can do
Text
it.
it.
You can email or text.
Or
Okay.
both at the same time.
Can you send it through Facebook Messenger?
Sure.
So you could have,
Yep.
So it could be SMS, email, or web-based.
Mhm.
Any direct message?
Yep.
Okay. LinkedIn?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the customer can actually share it to their own pages as well by clicking those buttons.
Yep. I love the idea of that. And I mean, that was really big for me years ago. Very few people care about sharing it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful idea, but the fact that the links are in there and that, because here's the problem with that you educated me on with sending video. I mean, I send videos all the time. Smith is, I'm still trying to get some good information drilled in his head. So he doesn't have an iPhone. So if I were to send him a, what do you have?
Sony. Wow. Don't see that very often.
Now he took a elevation in that conversation right there. No, normally he's like getting beat on, but he's like, "Hey, I got the droid."
I'm with you.
I'm totally fine with it.
I got Apple everything but phone.
Anyway, if I send a video to Smith, there's a good chance that it's not going to look very good. The video quality from Apple to Android is pretty poor.
It's definitely going to get compressed.
Well, actually, in our system, it kind of reacts to all of that. If you, for example, the video I sent you with the salesperson on it, she's using her own phone, which is this one. So you can play that and kind of get an idea of what it looks like or whatever. But it actually works pretty good. The other thing is on the two phone designs, the world is 70% Android, 30% Apple.
Really?
So in the FaceTime scenario,
Poor bastards.
it doesn't work because, a lot of people don't have that. So we found that the ability to do this scenario with Android.
But my point was though, you're talking about the solution. The problem is if I message him directly with a video, if I message Smith directly with my iPhone to his Droid without Snapcell, it's going to be poor quality.
Yeah, it doesn't work that well.
Right. So so SnapCell is a solution to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, with the links, so here's the cool thing about the links. The reason I asked if Brady was here, Brady made some super posts on the last couple of days. You know, Tuesday show is a sales show, and this is a sales organization. Everybody in here can sell. Even my level 1 ninjas, if they so desire to learn some skills, we give them all the training. We also have, the Digital BDC Academy. We are constantly training on sales for those people who want to benefit from it, because several of us in this organization have benefited tremendously from sales. So we're all about sales and training people to sell.
Yeah.
And we use social media for, to get attention. I have almost 5,000 Facebook friends. I encourage all of my employees to have as close to 5,000 Facebook friends as you can, quality inside dealerships if you can. And then we can put information out there, get attention, and then we can market to them. We have to have an audience first before we can sell anything. So now one thing that every salesperson that wants to use social media needs to know is, if you add a link or you add a website or you mention another platform while you're on Facebook, that thing's going to get throttled tremendously. So, that's where, and I'm all for the free advertising, the free getting all the attention we can for free. But when you start putting good content on there and trying to show somebody your website, Facebook's going to throttle you.
Yeah.
So
well, with those links now, it sends just the video. It doesn't have all the other branding, or in other words, if you shared YouTube, it's going to have all the other YouTube stuff behind it. It won't do that. The other reason we did that is, as you know, when a salesperson sells a car, what's the customer do for the first time? He shows that car to all his friends, right? That's the first thing he does. Well, in this step, when somebody in the business development center is sending them a walk around or a video, the next thing they're doing is going, hey, look at this car I'm looking at. Well, when they do that, it's advertising for you.
Yeah.
So that was the concept with that.
Yeah. And that's a very good concept. So do you have anyone who uses SnapCell to send mass text? Because I'm having to cheat here. Send mass text is use mass text is chapter 14. Do you have anybody that uses?
Yeah. So they'll make for an example, if you're having a specific sale as you do, and you have a video about that, you just click on the link and then put it into your CRM. Usually at the dealership level, they've got a list of people that they do that with. So they put that link in there, put a little information about it, and then send it. Now the system actually can send a snapshot of like a GIF instead of a link. So it's one or the both. But if you send the video part in the GIF, customers can actually see it's a video, and they're more apt to click that as opposed to a link. And that can be texted or emailed.
Okay. So I can compose an email, shoot my video, turn it into a GIF.
The system converts it to a GIF automatically.
Okay.
Nothing you have to do.
So I just plug that in there into my list, into my email, send it out blast, and everybody gets it as a video.
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then it's tracked. It shows you the opens and so on and so forth.
Inside SnapCell.
Yeah.
You have to log in there to see.
You don't. It's got a reporting system. I can send it to you. It can send you those reports daily automatically.
Gotcha. All right.
Or
So
weekly.
All right. So pull up. Can you log into DigiNinja?
Haven't tried in a while. I do have the email now. Find out.
Actually, Chris Saraceno, who you had on, is a good friend of mine. He's been using SnapCell for a couple of years now.
Cool. Very cool. Who's that?
Chris Saraceno.
Gotcha. Just go. You got your password?
I've got it in a screenshot in here. I need to update it.
That's fine. Trying to think. You don't have mine saved on there?
No, sir.
That's fine. So let's take a look at the comments real quick. I saw a couple people that I wanted to mention right here.
All right. Yeah. Carson Henry was actually asking, does the video embed in the text or iMessage or email? And I was wondering, is it is it like a link as well? So I noticed we can just pull them up on here. Is this something where they don't really have to have any of these things to open it up?
Yeah, you mean the customer?
Yes. It's whoever you're sending it out to.
Yeah, they would have to click on if I send the link or the
Mhm.
or the GIF. If I send the GIF, then it shows an actual few seconds of the video, and they
And
would
you
just click on that.
Okay, so you can choose
Mhm.
you can choose GIF or video.
Mhm.
Okay.
So just choose. Yeah. So Carson, it sounds like it doesn't have to embed that it's actually already kind of like when on TikTok.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what we find is the open rate is 70% plus like that, because customers see that it's a video, and we all want to
Mhm.
click a video, right? But we won't
Mhm.
click a link in some cases.
Yeah, it doesn't just look like a spammy link.
Right.
To give.
So Carson is one of my good friends, and he's one of my he's from Jacksonville as well. He is one of my tech friends, and one of the few people that I take I guess that I care to take their advice, if you know what I'm saying. He's a smart guy, very smart, and
Gotcha.
he understands CRMs, and he understands technology and websites, and so he's got a product called Rabbit that's pretty cool with some marketing stuff. So Carson, I would appreciate any more questions or comments that you have. And who else we have that's
We can integrate this into most CRMs as well, so it can be sent through the CRM.
all right. So
Okay.
let's talk about that then. You can integrate this to the CRMs. How so?
That's my tech guys that would handle that, but we currently there's a list of CRMs that we use.
Let's just
that we can integrate with.
I totally understand that you need your tech guy, because I would have to have my tech guy if we were getting technical. But how would it work? What would be the usability?
So for example, for eLeads would have the video links built into the platform, and they wouldn't have to go to our platform to send it. So they could click on that video that's embedded in the eLeads, click on that and send it directly from that.
So the CRM would have to actually add this functionality.
Yes,
Okay.
we have to set it up to do that
Right.
within the CRM.
Okay. So if CRM goes through these or allows you to get in there and add this functionality to their CRM, then you can basically use SnapSell inside the CRM.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Let's say we don't have that functionality or don't have that permission from the CRM.
Mhm.
Can you still get that video into that list where we're going to do this email blast?
Yes. Yeah. So you have SnapSell open, the dashboard in the back end, and you simply go to that video, click on the link, or copy the GIF, copy and paste it into your CRM and send it from
Okay.
there.
So basically, your tech person can make that one step less.
Yes.
If they have it inside the CRM,
Mhm.
but it's still not a big deal if they don't allow it.
No.
Okay. So with DigiNinja, tell Sarah to text you your password.
Well, she's the one who's got it. I just need to find it real quick.
Actually, she doesn't. I can tell her. Sarah, text Smith his password, please. I want to show you. So DigiNinja is badass. I mean, it's super badass.
Awesome.
And so what we do with DigiNinja is when he pulls it up and shows you, he doesn't have to do. He's not a ninja anymore, so he doesn't have his login. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. All of our leads from Facebook, and we'll just use Facebook. So,
Sure.
for instance, we have 30 some odd events going on right now, and these ninjas back here behind us, in the past, they had to log into each, or they had to have access to each one of these dealers' messenger.
Mhm.
Now, DigiNinja does away with that. We can I can, or Sarah can, or a super admin can assign 5 pages to Ninja number 1 right here, and all those leads come in to that person's queue.
Perfect.
So from that queue, they use the art of text message selling, and it makes them much faster. Rule number 2 is be fast or you're dead. So they're making their big offer, which is rule number 1.
Yep.
And they're being fast. They have a great attitude, and they're sending information. We're not sending very many videos right now because, even though it's in the book, all right, because of the technical issue of recording the video. First of all, sometimes like during the midweek, we'll come back here and we'll sit one of the ninjas down and we'll do an appointment reminder.
Mhm.
Okay. By the way, Smith, let's talk about that. You recorded those appointment reminders. Okay. How did you get that video sent out?
Well, we created a Google Drive online. I basically uploaded everything into separate folders, based on which dealership it is. And then I sent out a link to everyone's Billy Merritt or whatever other email they might have if they don't currently have one, and made sure that they had editor permissions just to be absolutely sure that they can always copy and paste, download, whatever they need to do. And I know most of them won't listen, but I tell them, label it important. It's one click away if you do it that way. But
okay, what do you mean? What do you mean by label? You're labeling so they're grabbing the video from Google Drive.
Yes, but if you can go into your email and just add that important, quote unquote important label to the email you got it from, you'll always just be able to click in there, click the link, and boom, you're in it.
And then they're taking that link and putting it in Messenger and sending it out to the customers.
Well, they usually just download it straight from the Google Drive and then drag it into the message.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, this would be one click. You just click the GIF of that and boom.
Figures as much.
Well, and actually though, so I know the quality of the quality of the video that we record is as good as anything in the country, but is there a chance that the way we're sending it to the customer, the quality would be
degraded,
compromised?
Well, we take those videos, upload, and they have to be 720p.
Yep. But I'm saying that's the solution. I understand that, but but what we're doing now is, are the video qualities getting to the customer with the same quality that we record them?
It would be through our platform. Yes.
I understand.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You're the solution to that. Smith, he's in another conversation.
Okay.
What do you think?
Just thinking, Sarah. Okay, we've got it open anyways.
So back to my question though. Is the video quality that gets to the customer degraded, as you said, the way we're doing it?
No, as long as the video isn't like above Google's threshold, and usually these are like 7 megabytes because it's like a 6-second video most of the time, 6-7 second. I don't believe it gets affected at all. Now, if we ever, I don't think we would, but if we ever started reaching the cap, of course, we'd have to change some things.
Okay, so Paul is the one who wanted to use all this equipment to film it because it is a more professional looking video, reminder video. Yes. We do a lot of videos for when we set up an event, we'll do a 60 to 1 minute to 2 minute video explaining the event that we have going on, and we'll put that on Facebook. And but we could send it out if we had a product like SnapSale to the people who have responded once we have their messenger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so what would that look like if I just say I have 1,000 people in my Facebook Messenger right now? How could SnapSale help me get a message to all of them?
So you just clip whatever if we're going to use a link or that GIF, you copy that and paste it into Ninja the CRM and send it. So you're getting a list. I take it from dealers that you're sending these out.
No, they're generated. We're building a database. Okay. Each time somebody responds to one of our ads,
gotcha, we
have that database.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you could take that database and send them whatever video you want at any time.
Okay. So we can pop that GIF in each one. Okay. So pull DigiNinja back up.
All right.
So this is a bad boy right here. Click on just click on, which I don't know what you have. Click on all lead feed. That's fine.
Okay. Loading.
Smith. What kind of?
Our internet's dragging a bit today.
We're getting fiber. They're installing fiber.
Thank God.
Yeah. So how would you rate our facility on a 1 from 10?
It's definitely a 10. Yeah. We were talking about that when I got that because I followed this on Facebook. I love the old building with the brick and all that. It was kind of really cool looking. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is definitely a 10. Fantastic.
So we're getting fiber to match
fiber optic. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have the fastest of the fastest to match this state of the art studio. We're having to switch from one provider to another provider. Doesn't look like your lead feed's working there, pal.
It does not. I don't have anything in here.
I guess Sarah, since you're not a ninja, she's not giving you any access. So after all that, it's not a big deal.
You could actually, if you wanted to go into there, copy that link that I sent you and send it through the CRM. You could just copy and paste it.
Okay, awesome.
You could do it that way too.
Try that, because at least you don't have anybody to send it to, do you?
Doubt it.
Click on my ninja page.
You want to send it to me, or whatever you want to do.
I think his access is
limited.
I have not been on since many of these updates.
Okay, so cool. There's obviously he has all the leads coming into it. So each one of those probably don't stay on there too long. I don't want to get into any privacy issues.
Okay,
but
understood.
Pull it back up right there. Let everybody see it real quick. So boom, there's several different dealerships leads conversations coming into one queue, Smith's queue. Now he is definitely failing on rule number 2 right now,
right,
which is be faster dead. He's never even responded to him. So on a scale from 1 to 10, he is a -1.
Yeah, you might have to write him up.
Now the great news is we have some super fast ninjas over here who are picking up his slack and they're already answering these. But what we could do is we could click on one of those. And here's the cool thing. So 5 different, you've obviously got 20, but 5 different leads coming into one queue. You can click off of it. He can put that GIF in each one of them.
Yep.
For instance, we can go into the DigiNinja is our CRM. We could go into the calendar that we have, and basically all the appointments for this afternoon, we could go in. Now, Paul likes to use all this fancy equipment. This whole business was created with an Apple iPhone.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I could go into Snapsale, record my video. It would have the links in there, and I could remind them of their appointment.
Yeah, and actually, your team can actually do it right from their own desk. If they have cameras on there, they could just click on video and then record a video right from their own desk right here and send it.
We could personalize the experience. So now again, I've told you this before. You wanted to help me get this implemented into my process over a year ago, and we were not at the point where we had all this mastered.
Right.
At this point, we are a machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Our process is the best process in the country. We had the most effective product, which is my people back here, but we had to get the leads. We had to get our process perfected before we could make it better. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So at this point, I'm definitely want to add something to help us with our video. And I think that this could definitely do it. So Smith, let's take a look at the comments. We have some smart people making some questions. Go to Ray Mucci. I want to talk to Ray Mucci real quick. Ray Mucci's up in Ohio.
Awesome.
Ray Mucci just said, "Buy back Billy, #live."
he made another comment too.
Well,
I think so.
If he's in Ohio, he knows Kevin Fry, the Jeff Weiler Auto Group. They've used this for the last couple of years as well.
Cool.
We've definitely got some more questions by Carson, and Joey left this big one. Great information, guys. Communicating with customers over the medium that they prefer is massively important in today's digital space. I appreciate the information.
Yeah, that medium is text. That's what they prefer. And we found 95% of our texts are read. You were mentioning 75. Maybe that was on a link or something.
That's just a link in the video. Yeah, but text messages, absolutely. That's 95. Why we suggest text, and actually we have a text platform built into this as well.
You do?
Yeah. So a salesperson could send a video. It could be texted. They can answer through the app, through the number that the dealership has, and they're not giving out their personal phone information or anything else. However, they're using their personal phone.
Right,
so it enables them to text back and forth.
Hold on. Okay, so let's talk about this. Where does this lead? I'm gonna call them lead. Some people don't like the word lead, but it's a lead. So before you can text this lead, you have to acquire this lead. Where do you get this lead that you're talking about? This
would be like an incoming lead from your internet source, from your Facebook, from your website, whatever. Okay. So when the lead comes in, hey, I'm interested in this 2020 Ford F-150.
Did they text it in?
They either texted or they emailed. So you can.
All right, let's talk about if they text in. Right. Let's say they text in from their websites where it says text us.
Yep.
Hopefully that's being manned by a live person, and you're
Yes.
okay. So they text in.
Mhm.
Have they given us their phone number, or are we just receiving the message? Do we have their information yet?
Well, on our system, we capture their information, so
Okay.
we have it.
Okay.
I have that phone number that they texted from.
Okay.
Now, it is TCPA compliant. So if I do send them a text back, they have to engage and say yes.
They have to opt in.
Yes.
Okay. So, but they text us. We have a right. We can legally text them
They
back.
started the conversation, correct?
They started it. so they started it, and you can text them back. They have to opt in. Okay. So now we have that information. We have that data inside SnapCell.
Yeah. Or your CRM, whatever you're using at this point.
Okay.
If it's SnapCell, yes, we have it.
So is there, so you have a texting platform. Is anyone using it in the manner in which when the text comes in, it goes to SnapCell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and it can go in the CRM, because you don't want, obviously, salespeople using their own phone.
Get pretty close. So I can hear you.
Second of all, you're losing that conversation if a salesperson's using their own phone.
Yeah. So they can use their own phone, but you mean, but
It's within the SnapCell platform. That conversation stays in there with the customer's record.
okay. So you can then, I can put SnapCell on all my sales. I'm a dealer now.
Mhm.
I'm a dealer. I can put SnapCell on all my salespeople's phones, and if they text in from the website, that can go into SnapCell, and a salesperson get it immediately.
No,
No?
it would have to go through, whatever your CRM system is when they're texting on the platform, the customer, as far as the lead goes, because they're on your website and they're starting that conversation on the website, right? So now it's coming into your store as a lead from your website, being through SnapCell or
But
Ninja, whatever.
it's also coming into SnapCell though.
No, it wouldn't come into SnapCell. You'd have
Gotcha.
to put, yeah,
You'd have to.
because we're not interacting with that CRM in most cases. That goes back to where we can set it up that way. But for the most part, it's just coming into SnapCell.
It's just coming into the CRM.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I use SnapCell then from my CRM, now obviously maybe it's not obvious to me. It comes into my CRM. I want to text them, or I want to send them a video. So I grab create the GIF, send it. Is that now in SnapCell?
It's in both. If you grab it from SnapCell,
Mhm.
it sets a tracking system up for that video. So it's in SnapCell and it's in your CRM.
Okay.
And it shows that you sent it via another CRM. It'll show you that.
So as I'm using SnapCell to build my sales, to do a better job, they've opted in. Am I also building a database inside SnapCell?
Yes.
I am.
Yeah. It shows you everybody you've texted or communicated with.
Can I text can I create one video and send to all those people at one time?
Not through SnapCell.
Okay.
Basically, because somebody posted that up there earlier, a question, and because of blacklist and stuff, you don't want to do that.
What you mean?
Well, sending a mass amount at one time
Why don't we?
from one IP.
How come?
Does that just look bad on the IP level? Is that something that people would find suspicious as far as the
Well, I
IPS?
think that, Google and all the other ones would find it,
Okay.
and then you don't want to get blacklisted, obviously, from there.
Really? Explain what you mean.
Well, it's gonna show as somebody sending one link or one everything from one address, and if it's considered spam,
Okay.
That can happen from there.
Now,
And I'm not all that technical, so
sure.
somebody else.
Well,
would have to.
Carson's probably paying attention, and he is. So
Yeah.
and
So he could tell you more than I.
yeah, and I'm on an information hunt right now. You know what I'm saying? The more, because I don't have to know the technical part of it, but if that is true, we definitely don't want to do that. But if it is, okay, I can understand if you're using email. For instance, I've used MailChimp in the past, and when you start getting flagged as spam, they can shut you down.
Yeah.
But is there such a thing, Carson? Is there such a thing when it comes to SMS? I have all these people opted in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't believe there is on SMS.
Okay.
And he can answer that.
Yeah. So so what I'm getting at is it would be very useful to me if I create a list or create a database of 1,000 people. And then I want to, especially if I'm running a dealership, and now I want to send a mass text to all of them, let them know about the event that starts Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's there? What are the comments?
The last thing was she said, I am following. It is going to look like spam if it hits too many from one source at a time. And I'm guessing that's because it's all going to come from the same internet service provider.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is that
Same
true
IP.
with SMS, Sarah? Is that true with SMS, Carson?
She also asked, is it more like a bridge from lead to CRM? Snapcell just moves it along to communicate after it hits the CRM?
I think we kind of went into that.
Yeah.
You can, so, okay, let me ask it like this. Why? Because basically, isn't Snapcell a mini CRM with your dashboard and the thing, you're building that?
Yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, because I hate CRMs, by the way.
Yeah.
So, what's the purpose of a CRM, or what's the need for a CRM? And could someone just use Snapcell and throw away their CRM?
Sure. I mean, the Snapcell database, though, or as we call the back end or dashboard, houses all the videos. And then within that video, you can log them in as certain area, do generic videos, like a generic walk around, and have those videos parked under F-150 or Bronco or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And as the lead comes in, the customer, you can click on favorites or just type in Bronco. Every video comes up with Bronco, you click that, send it through your CRM, or send it through, the dashboard within Snapcell. Because a lot of dealers, trust me, in the power sports industry and the marine industry,
Mm-hmm.
they're so far behind the car industry, it's not even funny. So they don't even have a CRM.
Right.
So, that was the purpose of designing that. So it covered all bases.
So, you know what? Ironically, as it is, if they don't have a CRM, I believe that they can find themselves ahead of the car business pretty quickly.
Yes.
By just implementing Snapcell
Mm-hmm.
and using it, because so much of the stuff in the CRM is useless.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially tasks and all these other things that they get built up in there.
Yep. So, see if
they can also, if they shoot a video, they can actually, the system can post it directly to Facebook or directly to YouTube with one click. So if I shoot a video on my phone using the app, I can actually just click on send it to, so-and-so, and it'll post it.
So I'm being very selfish on today's show. Some people may not find this as interesting as I do. I like to get into the weeds when it's something that I feel like can really, here's the thing, guys, Snapcell could absolutely revolutionize your dealership. It really could, if you implement it in such a way to where you're taking advantage of it. And trust me, I have taken a lot of dealerships from very little sales to massive sales, taking over their markets, dominating the markets. And I've used, cell phones to do it. I've used the art of text message selling. I have used sending videos through my phone, which is less than adequate if most people have a different type of device than you. Snapcell can fix that, especially with the dashboard and the storing of the information. So let me ask you this. If I have a business, I have a web that has a website, and I'm driving people to that website, and then we know, like for instance, all my ninjas know exactly what questions they're going to get asked.
Mm-hmm.
They know what questions the customer is going to ask. How can you give me so much for my car? Can I really trade if I'm upside down? Is this
legit?
Is this legit? So we know what's coming. So we have saved responses. We are not a robot. We don't use robots, but we have saved responses where we can, it's in the book, carefully copy and paste. You copy it, paste it, personalize it, send it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a website, you're driving people to your product, the questions they're going to ask. Sarah, we're going to have a sales meeting in just a little bit. We talked about this last night through our group chat. Then we can have videos set up for those responses, for those questions.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually have the GIF, the question, like your frequently asked questions. How much is your product or whatever? how much do you spend on ads? How much do you actually spend on the ads? You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can have a video response to that question. Could SnapSale help with that?
Absolutely. You just record it and it's parked. You use it as necessary.
I like it.
And it's very, as we know, it's very clear video. There's no question. The content is, I think what they say, like 15-minute video is like 1 million words in content or something like that. I mean, it's crazy, really.
Say that again now.
Well, in a video, as opposed to an email, the content in a video is worth like 1 million words. I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, Sarah, Joey, Carson, Caleb, pay attention. I am committed to, that's why we're having a sales meeting in just a little bit. I'm committed to having the most state-of-the-art, the most interactive, user-friendly, helpful website for car dealers to get information about what we do. And see, I was the first, I wrote the first manual on how to talk to a customer digitally.
Yeah.
I think when you first come to meet me, I didn't even have the book yet.
No, you were working. I questioned that, and you were going, actually, I am making that, and you're writing that. And I was like, okay, great. Send it. And we talked for months. Was it ready? Is it ready?
That's right. and actually, I'm working on the second edition, which is not changing very much. But over the last 2.5 years of using this every single day, there's some things that we can add to the chapters. There's some, you learn.
Oh yeah.
You have to learn, and things have changed. But honestly, the 23 rules, I don't think there should be 24 rules. I don't think there should be 22 rules. There's 23 rules. There's some more details we need to add. And I want to I give examples in here of how I've used text message selling. Well, that's when I'd used it this much. Now we've used it over 2,000 dealerships across the country, and we've done over 4,000 events, man. 4,000 events.
That's fantastic.
It's crazy. Sarah, how much have we spent on Sarah, gather this information real quick. How much have we spent on Facebook ads? How many unique people have seen a Billy Merritt marketing ad? Get that for us. Anyway, guys, Sarah, Carson, Joey, Caleb, I'm going to have the best website and the best ads and the best method of giving the dealers the information they want through video, through website, through links, through GIFs, it sounds like. So I want you guys to be thinking, Carson, we talk a lot, and should we use SnapSale? Should we implement SnapSale into DigiNinja? Sarah, Caleb, you and I talked about some ways that we need to be able to send videos to our customers for the dealers. Is this something we should use? Should we implement? We'll talk about that during the sales meeting. Let's go back to the comments. Smith.
Sarah did say no, that would not be a problem on mass SMS.
She has some experience with the company that I rescued her. So some people rescue animals. Some people rescue horses. Some people rescue kitty cats. Some people rescue pooches. I rescued Sarah. I saved her, got her away from a horrible,
perfect
situation. Now she's vice president of DigiNinja. What's next?
Carson Henry asked, video templates to be saved to send out automatically, or do you see more value in creating a separate video each time?
I want to answer that first, then I'll get your I absolutely send a separate video each time. What do you think?
Correct. 100%.
Okay. Yeah. Carson, come on, man. You know that. You don't do templates for your videos. You give us chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Do you know Carson?
No.
You need to send him a friend request. He's in Jacksonville. Super guy, super smart. If you ever have a question, he can help you with it. I like to collaborate with people and learn from them.
Yeah.
Listen, I have
2 heads are better than one.
2 heads are better than one. And if I can work in unison with you, we've had the same dealers before, and when we take over for that 7-day event, sometimes we have, every time, if we have somebody that's answering, if your team's answering the chat or the messengers, we had to say, let's pause them for this 7 days so that these guys, so we're not confusing the customer.
Which is what we do.
Right? Yeah. So we don't view, I have some competition out there. The people who who absolutely copy, we do Facebook events. We do 7-day Facebook events. You can get them for $4,000 to $5,000. By the way, you can't get a Facebook event from us for $4,000 to $5,000. I actually told a dealer that in Washington State yesterday. He said, "How much is yours?" I said, $79.95. But here's the difference. So we do have some competition out there. SnapSale is not our competition. I want to learn from Terry and SnapSale, or either implement SnapSale into our process, unless there's a better way. So we're always looking for a better way. Carson's the same type of person.
Sure.
He's really into the ads and the process, let me see if I can get this right. The cycle, the buying cycle of the customer, from the time he buys one vehicle to the time she trades it in, 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Some very smart stuff I've learned from him. Back to the comments, and let's see if we have some more useful information we can get on there.
To his comment about templates, you could set up a background template for that specific sale. Mm-hmm. So when you send that video for that sale, it has all the information in the background for that specific sale. So that's similar to a template that could be. Did Smith show you the studio? Mm-mm.
So we have the studio right back over there. If they ever send all of our equipment in this studio, it's out of it was supposed to be a surprise, but Smith, he's good at a lot of things. Keeping secret or holding water is not one of them. So we're going to have a video wall behind us. So right now this is not our studio. This is our meeting area.
Right.
But imagine looking at that screen, because we can see ourselves on the screen, and seeing a huge video wall behind us, displaying whatever we want to.
Sure.
That would be a heck of a, if we have
like the weatherman.
Yeah. And then, so we could have this week only type huge thing behind us. Then when we do our videos, we do them from the studio. That could be a template, if you would, and then we flash the dates, the new dates, we update the dates, and then we tell them about the
dealer logos.
Yeah.
Right. So I have a question on that one, if I may.
Yeah.
Is there any functionality for like adding overlays text to the video itself? Could you use that as a template if you were going to send out multiple versions of the same video?
Yeah, because you guys are creating the video, so you could overlay that, do that, and just upload it in the system. Yeah.
Awesome.
Now we're learning. You're doing a fantastic job, Smith. How many shows have we had now?
This is 81.
81 shows. So we go live. You don't have to, we can do this. Many times we do it with somebody remotely. They don't have to download anything. We just send them a link. They click on it. They're automatically on the show. Now, but I've noticed a couple of things, and Carson, please pay attention and give us some feedback, me and Smith on this. When we go to my Instagram feed, I do not like the way it looks. It's sideways. And I do not like the overlays. You know what I'm saying? I think it looks so busy now, and I haven't done a lot of research, but let's take a look at some of the people that we kind of model ourselves after. Carson, you know some of the people I'm talking about that we model ourselves after. Let's take a look at their Instagram.
Yes.
And their YouTube, and we do a fantastic job, and the intros is, you can see we spare no expense. But let's just take a look to make sure our videos are the best that they possibly can be with the overlays. It just made me think about that when he said overlays. Are you a fan of overlays in the videos that you send out?
It's we don't do a lot of it, so I really couldn't say what's good or what's bad. Now, some of for example, Complete Marine in Pompano Beach, they have some overlays of information that's on that. So when they upload a video, it has those overlays just for more information. But when you send it with this, it's already branded. It already has the information there. They're all hot links. The customer can click on right down to maps and take them. If they click on maps on their phone, it's going to open up their native navigation system and take them right there. Okay. So those hot links are more interactive, and you get a better result than an overlay.
Okay. I like the links, now you can.
And when I say links, it just says directions. There's,
yeah, but, or they could click from, the live stream. There's so many things. I think we'll dive into it now that we're ready to implement that. Back to the comments.
Let's see, we did have Paul on the messenger stuff. Said we download the videos to the desktop and then attach the video to the message that we send to a customer in Messenger. So
Paul's my operations manager. He's letting us know the question I asked. So you download the videos to the desktop and then attach the video to the message that we send a customer messenger. If we have that, if we record it, we can record it with this right here and straight to Snapsale, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do that, then we don't have to do any downloading.
No.
It'll automatically be on their Snapsale's cloud based, so they can just browser based, I guess.
Yep.
So they can just use Snapsale and send it through.
Yep.
Love it.
awesome.
And then when they send it, like I said, it's branded
Yeah.
with all the info. Nice. It's just not a video.
Gotcha. Next.
Carson Henry says, if you respond with VidLink in a chat, would you be concerned about navigating the customer away from the chat to the video? So I guess that's if they're like clicking on an outgoing link to actually view it this way.
I think I can clarify the question a little bit, Carson. Let's remember this. If most people are doing a poor job with chat anyway, but if you are direct, so it's probably not a whole lot of benefit of keeping them in the chat, but you're not necessarily directing them away from it, are you?
No, you're directing them, to the video itself, which is stationary. It's not like a YouTube. If I send a YouTube link, you've got all these other videos. So you're keeping the customer right there. I know to his point, you never want to take a customer away from your website in the dealer world. You want to keep them on your website from there.
I think that could be a flawed. I understand the concept completely, but could be a flawed concept because most websites suck. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get them in a more interactive space, then you're better off doing that.
Yeah.
If that's inside Snapsale away from the website, then that's where it needs to be. Okay, but let me back up and clarify what I think. Part of the question I think is important. If they're on the chat, you send them a GIF. Does that open in another tab?
Yeah, it's going to open the video tab, which is that screen that we saw earlier.
And that's just browser based, right?
Okay. So I see what he's saying. So they're not really, you are navigating them away from the website or away from the chat.
At that point, yes.
Okay. All right. So then, so let's go through it.
But they know that it's a visual. So they're looking at the video and they're opening the chat right back up.
Okay. And so we're taking them away from the chat into something that's actually more interactive. So I like that, Carson. They're in this video presentation, if you will. Okay. That has the links to maybe the other inventory, maybe back to chat, maybe to text, whatever your links want to be.
Whatever you want to do.
And then
it can be customized.
So the cool thing about Snapsale, Carson, think about this. All right. If they're in chat, they're talking to an agent that's at home doing a good job, not taking anything away from the agent that's working at home that doesn't know the inventory. If they click, like the Porsche people, they had to click on something to let the customer, the salespeople know, the dealership know this guy wants a live interaction. So you're actually getting them involved with someone at the dealership at that point.
Yes.
So that's better. That's better. I would rather have my salespeople talking to them in video, and they can text from Snapsale, right?
Yep.
So if they don't even go back to chat, they're texting me now, or they're texting my salesperson.
Yeah.
Better. That's better, Carson. And
it saves that video, that live stream, to that customer record. So it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be whatever.
So you're building not only a database, but you're building a sophisticated database with more than just a phone number and
the complete conversation is right there. There's no question about.
So if the salesman goes to another dealership, I own that Snapsale information, right?
Correct.
The dealer.
It's retained within that record. Yes.
So as soon as I get him, as soon as I change his password, he can't get back into those customers are mine. Boom. Mine. Get out of here. Press on. All right. Back to the comments.
I guess the only other thing was, don't forget our blast option. We can send a lot of messages at once. I think the GIF would be so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. Yeah, the blast option from inside DigiNinja. So if we have that 1,000 people inside DigiNinja. Now here's what's cool about DigiNinja. If it comes in as a this is something that nobody else does. If it comes in as a Facebook message, when we reply, it goes back as a Facebook message. If it comes in as chat, it goes back as a chat. It goes back as an SMS. We don't have to have their name. We don't have to have anything. It's, whatever form it came in, that's why we send it back. And it took a little while to get approved with Facebook to do that.
Yeah.
And actually, I say it does everywhere. LinkedIn won't let us do that yet, but we're working on that. I mean, that's just for our personal sales.
Right.
Anybody else?
Carson Henry said, I like it. You guys touched on something big. Dealer sites need help, and the metrics being used to measure them are old.
They are. I just see a power team thinking so hard right now. So, Sarah, we'll talk about it in the sales meeting because, we tried something, tried another product. We tried talking about another product. And so do you pay attention to the competition, your competition?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I had somebody I was asking about.
One of my managers always taught me years ago, know your product, but know theirs better.
Yeah. Yep. And so that's important because some people think, I don't have time to focus on the competition. I'm just worried about what I'm staying in my lane. I'm doing make my product the best it is. If you're not looking at the competition, they may be doing something better than you.
Sure.
There's two people that have come to this dance that we're at and that we're still dominating. We still dominate the Facebook sales events. We are the only one. We're the only people doing Facebook sales events that also has a cloud-based software product that makes those more effective. We're the only people crazy enough to invest the amount of money that I've invested in this 3,000 square foot facility and all of the products and the marketing tools. I've learned a long time ago, the best place you can invest is in yourself. Mm-hmm. So nobody reinvests in their company like we do. We go big, especially when Smith gets on a buying spree over there. But anyway,
he's limited on his Amazon account.
Yeah, there is some people doing some fantastic ads right now. Okay, so Carson, pay attention. Carson, I would like for you to join the sales meeting in a little while. See, I like having people that don't work for me work for me.
Makes sense.
So, but there's some people who are sending Facebook event ads, marketing companies, that I'm seeing their ads on Facebook. Okay, they're great ads. That's my competition. Mm-hmm. They're sending us great ads, and I'm seeing them on Facebook now. Sarah and I and Carson, we've kind of talked about this and beat our head against the wall. How to target is obviously I'm not a car dealer, so they shouldn't be targeting me. So it's a misplaced ad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful ad. And I would love, I'm going to take that ad and do one even better because I'm looking at what they did and what they got right. But their list sucks, or they wouldn't be. At some point, they're either targeting people who like sales or have the title CEO or something like that. So anyway, but I look at my competition, not daily, but if I hear about it, I'm going to check them out and see what they're getting right. And I'm going to find a way to absolutely crush them. And, I was talking to somebody else who has a very smart product and smart person. He said he doesn't pay attention to competition. That could be troublesome. I think it could be troublesome. Any new comments? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I wonder if all the marketing and branding guys that I've followed on Instagram are to blame for that. Or maybe it could be the tags that they're using are just targeted at you.
Yeah.
My thoughts.
Yeah, it could be. And that's fine. Maybe based on Facebook groups you belong to. Could be. Mm-hmm. Could be. And Carson, we have another. So here's the thing that we do better than anybody. Collaborate, find out what's working, and stay ahead of the curve. So our website, nobody's website's like BillyMerritt.com. And this is getting better and better. And then we have a new source that nobody else is using to get these. They're using it, but not to acquire and go after I'll pay big money to go after my customers. If I just break even, I'll spend $20,000 on Facebook campaign to go after dealers. If I can just get the $20,000 back, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I spend $100,000. If I can just get the $100,000 back, because then I own a bigger share of the market. It did Carson, have we already read that last comment? I know we're over the hour right now. A lot of people tuning in to watch Grant right now.
Yes, sir. I believe that's everything other than just some greetings we got near the beginning.
Okay. So I think we have a 12:15 sales meeting. Terry, I'd love for you to join the sales meeting.
Sure,
Have you got to
glad
run
to.
off anywhere? Where can they find you if they want to know more about SnapSale, if they want to pick your brain, or if they want to hire you to engage with their customers?
They can reach me at directly 904-742-1693. Or you can go to my website, which is Hi-Techmarketing. It's hi-techmarketing.com.
Or the simplest way, they can just send you a message on Facebook.
Text me that way too.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Today's been a fun show. Been a very technical show. May not have been as fun as a lot of our shows. Nothing like Feel Good Friday, but it always feel good to me when I'm making money. And what I learned today is a new way to make some money. You should be engaging with your customers through video. If all your customers have a Apple phone, you can do it that way. If they don't, which 70% of them don't, then you're going to have a better way to send them video. It is important to send your customers videos. I talk about it in this book. I have an expert on it right here with me today, SnapSale and Terry Gibson. And I'm sure Terry's going to be back again to talk about the results after we implement SnapSale into the art of text message selling.
Yes, we will.
See you guys.
Thank you.